With AC Milan currently sitting mid-table in the Serie A after 30 games, they've had a lackluster season going through multiple managers in himself. Their rivals Inter Milan looks like the favorites to win the league, currently sitting first with 67 points, only 3 points ahead of Napoli. A 1-1 draw in the Coppa Italia final between the Derby sides here. We're going to jump into AC Milan or Milano FC, rebuild them, and bring them back to European glory. And so let's meet the squad here. Jimenez from Feyenoord over now to AC Milan, joined them in January. He joins the club. He is the #1 striker at the moment. We have Joao Felix, who's on loan from Chelsea currently for this season. He is the cam. We have Rafael Leao, the star player of the squad, one of the 2 to 3 star players of this squad. And then we have Captain America, the LeBron James of soccer, Mr. Pulisic, out here on the right-hand side, the best American since Landon Donovan to ever play in the European League. We have Reiners and Fofana. We also have American Yunus Musa in there as well, who's a great little utility midfielder. Theo Hernandez, the best left back in the entirety of this game and one of the best left backs in world football. We have a lackluster center back situation here with Gabia, Thiago Pavlovic, and then obviously Tamori, who's probably the best center back, or is the best center back in the squad. But other than that, it's lackluster in that department. And then we have an aging Kyle Walker, who's on loan from Manchester City technically, and we also have Emerson Royale, and honestly not that great of a position in depth of right back position. And then we have Mainan, who's just going to be good enough to be good here as well. You probably won't see this change at all. You'll probably not see Tony Reimers change, or even Pulisic Rafael. I think there is 4 spots that are currently safe at the moment with Mainan, Hernandez, Rafael Leao, Reiners, and Pulisic. I think those are the five players that are currently safe and could be safe for a very long time, in all honesty. We are going to have to change formation or possibly just change player nationality or positions manually there. We do have, how much millions? We have, what, 20? We have 105 million to spend in the squad to improve it. We are in the Champions League this first season, so this could be a very short rebuild. This could be a 1-season rebuild, but I expect this to go at least 2 to maybe even 3 seasons here. So let's go and jump into it. I'm going to look to find some players in the back line, in the midfield, and honestly strikers as well, because I don't like Jimenez. He's just not that great of a striker. We say hello to our first player, Scalvini, joining from Atalanta, aka Bergamo Calcio from Italia. We are going to go ahead and welcome him in. We go ahead and replace Gabia plus 9 million to bring in Scalvini. He joins us here at AC Milan or Milano FC. We are going to go ahead and end up just giving this team a chance, because why not? Jimenez will stay as your striker. We'll see if he can grow. He might have decent enough potential to grow, so we'll let him at least give him a season. If he doesn't grow up to like 81 or 82 even, we'll look for somewhere different. I know exactly who I'd want to bring in as well. Joao Felix is obviously only here for a season, so that'll be an interesting signing for next season. The only addition is Scalvini into the squad. Everybody else is the same. We'll see where they are at the end of January, on January 31st, and to be honest, that'll be depending on whether or not we sign more players. So we'll see January 31st, see if they're somewhere in the league, good enough in the league, and then see where they're at in the Champions League as well. So I'll see y'all at the end of January. And halfway through the season, the boys sit in first. So from 9th to 1st in a matter of signing one defender. Obviously, I expected this to kind of happen at least a little bit with our squad, just based off of FC standards. So yeah, we sit in first there. The Coppa Italia, we are in round 16 where we have Fiorentina. Did we play in this round? No, we did not. Okay, so the round 16 is actually when we joined in there. And then the Champions League, we go ahead and finish the league phase in first as well. So we skip out on the playoff round there as well. So that is great to see. What I do want to see is, how is my striker doing? How is Jimenez doing? My Nan only has 4 clean sheets, which is a little concerning. It's a little concerning that this guy started 3 games as well, in all honesty. Jimenez, he's up to 81 overall. Okay, so I did the right thing by not signing a striker, in all honesty, and he's the reason why we're in first in both leagues. 14 goals in the Serie A, 8 goals in the Champions League. He scored a goal every single game, it seems like. Pulisic had 13 goals. Rafael Leao had 12 goals and 10 assists. So my attack are doing decent. Pulisic has -1 because manual position change from right wing swing to right mid. He goes to -1. Joao Felix is not having that bad of a season, but I expect more from a cam. I will see y'all when we figure out our Champions League round of 16 opponents. And in round of 16, we get faced off against Portuguese side Sporting Portugal. As far as this goes, Man City get PSG, Stuttgart get Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Aston Villa, and then obviously there's stuff in the Europa League. We're going to go ahead and quick sim this first leg here, and hopefully the boys can get the job done. A 2-1 win. Rafael Leao scoring a winner after Nel scoring an equalizer in the 83rd after Pulisic missing a penalty in the 79th. Pulisic did score first goal in the 40th minute there. A 2-1 win in the first leg of the Champions League round of 16. Second leg here, we're up 2-1 on aggregate. Can we get the job done? Another 2-1 win. Jimenez and Pulisic again on the score sheet. Joao Felix getting a second yellow in the 64th, so he'll miss the first leg of the quarterfinals. We're in the Champions League. Let's get into it. Well, we obviously in the Champions League. We're in the quarterfinals, I should be saying. Quarterfinal action is Bayern Munich versus Inter Milan. It's Aston Villa versus AC Milan. Real Madrid gets Stuttgart and PSG get Juventus. So Real Madrid's going to have an easy time. We realistically should have an easy time, but this could get a little trippy. Of course, no Joao Felix for this game. Don't know who will play at cam. It does not matter as Pulisic is on a tear in the Champions League. 3 games in the knockout stages, 3 goals. Pulisic and Reijers scoring there to make it 2-1. Digne scoring the 75th minute to go ahead and get back into the game and at least give them a shot at home or away from home in the second leg, where we actually now sit second in the league, 4 points behind Juventus, just as a quick little update there. Second leg here of the Champions League. We get Joao Felix back in the squad, and we get a 3-1 win, winning 5-2 on aggregate. We are in the semifinals. Pulisic, 4-4. Joao Felix scores on his return, and then Reijers tapping it off in the 75th minute. Joao Felix came back, though, with a vengeance. A yellow card instantly in the first minute. That is insane for Joao Felix. He's trying to get sent off again for this squad. But yeah, we're in now semifinals where Juventus knock off PSG. Real Madrid survive by 1 goal to Stuttgart. We obviously move on, and then Inter Milan versus Bayern Munich. We could get a Milan derby here in the semifinal of the Champions League, where Atalanta sit in 8th. That is absurd in itself, and we in fact do get the Inter Milan. We get the Milan derby in the semifinals of the Champions League. Semi-final of the Champions League. It's Juventus versus Real Madrid. It's AC Milan versus Inter Milan in the Champions League semi-final. Are we going to somehow make the Champions League final in the first season of the rebuild? It's possible. And it's 5 for 5 for Pulisic. He scores again, scoring the equalizer in the 46th minute coming off of halftime. A 1-1 draw into San Siro. We'll be back at the San Siro, the fake San Siro in the game. Now for the second leg, as we still sit second in the league, it's looking like Juventus is going to go ahead and wrap up the league here. We are 4 points behind them. It is full focus on trying to win the Champions League in the first season, which is absolutely absurd. Do we even play Juventus? No, we don't play Juventus at all. We do have Lazio in the final of the Coppa Italia, so there's that at least. Second leg here against Inter Milan, 1-1 in the first leg, 2-0 on the second leg. Jimenez and Fofana. Pulisic's goal-scoring run in the knockout stages come to an end after 5-5, now 5-6. But we are in the Champions League final in the first season of asking, what? How we signed 1 player, and I guarantee you he actually hasn't played. And back, I bet you he hasn't played, because I bet you, who's the other center back? There was one center back that was 1 overall higher. Where did Kalulu come back? Oh, he's on loan at Juventus. We could have recalled him. Did he play? Has Scalvini been playing? Scalvini hasn't been playing. I told you he hasn't been playing. Where's the other center back? Is there not another center back here? No, yeah, Theo. Theo, who was 79 overall, he's now 81 overall. So the center back that we signed in Scalvini hasn't even really been playing too much. He's been playing in the Champions League because he's in the default starting lineup, but that's about it. Champions League final versus Real Madrid in the first season. All right, well, we'll take that.
Football.
Champions League final that we are somehow in. I don't know, but here we are. It's Real Madrid versus AC Milan. I still don't know how we are here, but we are here. We are going to go ahead and see if the boys can somehow take down Kylian Mbappe, Valverde, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Jude Bellingham, Courtois, Rudiger, Eder Militao. You can see there. I think, is that Carvajal? I say Carvajal in the starting line, but I mean, it's fully possible. It is the first season. It is Carvajal in that starting lineup. Our starting lineup is Raul Jimenez, Pulisic, and Rafael Leao on the flanks. Joao Felix at Cam, Reiners, and I don't know who my other CDM is in all honesty, but we do have Theo Hernandez at left back. We have Scalvini at center back. We have Tomori at right center back, and then obviously Kyle Walker at right back, who is probably deteriorating at this point in all honesty. And then obviously Mainan in net. But there's a trophy that we are fighting for in one season. This is going to be a possibly very short rebuild squad here. You can see their team in the full totality. You can also see their bench. Luka Modric does start alongside Valverde. It is a back four: Garcia, Militao. We have Bellingham, Valverde, Modric, Vinny, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. One of the deadliest trios in world football of the attack. As of late, they have been on great form. Could be missing out on some Champions League football against Arsenal, though. At least one of them. A couple of players under investigation for UEFA, but we all know Florentino Perez, the president of Real Madrid, not going to let that happen. He's going to spend some money to make sure they can play. While Gabriel gets hurt over the weekend, of course, or over the midweek game against Fulham, and he's out for a couple weeks. He's actually out for both plays, so that's interesting. We'll see how that plays out. Can you tell I'm an Arsenal fan? But yeah, y'all know our lineup by now. I literally just said it verbatim in the squad here. So yeah, Cesc Fabregas is our manager, by the way. I pulled him over from Como over here because AC Milan is not licensed in the game, so we had to pull somebody else in there. It's Fofana who's the other center defensive mid. That's right. I didn't know if it was Fofana or Musa starting. Jimenez, who's proved me wrong. He gets the starting spot as well as striker. So let's see what the boys can do and maybe take down Real Madrid. Vinicius down the left wing already. Vinicius, Mainan with the first save. It'll fall back for Mbappe, and Mainan will pick up another great save. And then Pulisic quickly on the other side of things here and down the right-hand side. Walker, Fofana, a weird cross in. It's cleared by Modric over to Rafael Leao, who's in the box. He strikes, he scores. Rafael Leao with a great volley, hitting the gritty on Real Madrid, scoring in the first 10 minutes of the final. The Portuguese legend, Portuguese future legend, getting the opener. That touch, that second touch, and then the volley there. Courtois could not save that at all, and AC Milan take an early lead. Kyle Walker, Reiners, Jimenez on the ball now on the attack. Joao Felix, he has Rafael Leao in a little bit of space. He could have played it, but he finds Reiners instead in behind the defense. And his strike is just off target. A good chance to go up 2-0 there. Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mbappe, he scores. He makes it 1-1, but he is offside. Goal will not stand. Real Madrid thought they were in behind. AC Milan, you get to breathe a little bit here as Mbappe is clearly, his whole entire body is offside. It's not even close. Still 1-0 for AC Milan. Rafael Leao down the left-hand side. Right as Real Madrid are about to score, we seem to come down, flying down the field. Fofana in the midfield. It is still with Fofana. He strikes, he's blocked. Valverde. Mbappe, Mainan couldn't save it. Real Madrid make it 1-1. They do draw level. He does get his goal. Game on. Joao Felix. Is the referee going to allow? I'm surprised. Okay, he's not. I was surprised he let that play on for a little bit longer than what was did. Halftime, 1-1 here. Real Madrid, they go ahead and strike. Technically, it's 2 goals. One offside quite clearly, and then Mbappe actually getting the goal that does stand eventually. A couple minutes later, it's 1-1 at the break. Valverde trying to start the second half here strong. Mbappe trying to get a second. He will get a second. The way Mainan would just move it, didn't think it was going in. How does he score? It doesn't really matter how he scores. It matters what my keeper is doing here. They start the second half here strong. My defense is lacking. Mbappe, I mean, wow, my man is just absolutely awful. So, what was that? Pulisic, Joao Felix. The boys have to start going. It is Joao Felix. Into Fofana. Fofana into Reiners. Reiners into Joao. Joao will get taken out. Valverde will pick up a yellow card here. Or will it be a red card? The way this is going to go, it could be a red card, but it should just be a yellow. It is just a yellow. Luka. I knew that was coming. A Trivela for Luka Modric. The old man still got it. Real Madrid 3, AC Milan 1. It's looking like we will fall and will be one game short of Champions League glory. Joao Felix into Raul Jimenez. If he scores, there's a chance. He doesn't score, there's not a chance. And that is game over. Real Madrid are your Champions League winners. And at the end of season number 1, Jimenez scored 37 goals. Rafael Leal scored 26. Pulisic scored 24. I say at the end of season 1, at the end of the rebuild. It is the end of the rebuild. My aim for rebuilds, I might change this later down the line, but my aim for rebuilds is to get to the Champions League final and then see what happens from there. We have finished in the Champions League final. We do go ahead and finish second in the league. We do go ahead and win the tournament, though. We win the Coppa Italia, beating Lazio 3-1, so it's not a complete, technically failed rebuild, but we have rebuilt them by signing one player. So there is that. On Monday or on Wednesday, I don't know if this is going to go out on a Friday, aka tomorrow, or on a Monday. It might go out tomorrow because I have enough time to edit it because it's not that long of a video. Either on Monday we'll do another rebuild or maybe another player showcase or something. I might want to start doing career mode challenges. I am working on a massive video over the course of the last couple of weeks, and honestly I haven't been working on it at all. I really need to, but it's my biggest project I've been trying to do since the mid to end cycle of FC24. I tried to do it and I just didn't do it because it was too much work for me, to be completely honest. And now it's even more, a lot of more work than what it was in FC24, but I really want to do it now. So keep your eyes peeled out for that sometime, hopefully in April, because it's supposed to be around March Madness in the NCAA and March Madness stuff in that. But yeah, there's that. So yeah, I'll see y'all there. Leave a like, subscribe. Maybe a broken promise, who knows. But peace out. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Either Monday, Wednesday, or